What's up, YouTube? Josh here from Mile High Vaping. Today we're going over this little guy. It's a clone of the Derringer by Tobecco. Tobecco? Not sure how you're supposed to say that. Picked this little guy up from an online vape shop called ElevateVape.com. They got the silver and black options available for $10.50. It's not a bad price for this guy. Shipping is only a few dollars. I think it's like $4. But if you spend more than $50 on their site, shipping's free. And it's not very hard to do that. They got authentic batteries. They've got authentic mods. Everything authentic I have bought on the site has been legit. And everything that's been a clone has obviously been a clone. Shipping is fast. Haven't had any issues with them. So I'd recommend going and checking them out. I'll leave a link in the description where you guys can pick this up from. Let's see what their description is. This compact little Addy is one of the shortest 3-post RDAs available. The Derringer RDA clone by Tobecco is shorter than the diameter of a penny, has 3 posts, and has vortex airflow. 22 millimeters in diameter, 17.5 millimeter height. Machine screws with Phillip head screws. Vortex airflow. Airflow holes are drilled at an angle. Deep juice well for the size. This thing, yeah, you'll see when we get to the close-ups. The juice well on this thing is pretty deep for how tiny this thing is. Right now, I'm rocking it on my Sigelli 150 watt at 34 watts. It's a 0.4 coil, 0.4 ohm coil, and I got just 2 of the airflow holes opened up with a clone Derringer grip tip as well from Fastech. I prefer the 2 airflow holes on it over the 3. Let's see this, you get a lot. The flavor is just more dense and there. And here, I'll take it up to 3. Let's see how the vapor production compares. Let's turn up the watts. Go to 40. I'm clicking it. Alright, 42. Yeah. You see this little guy puts out. Nothing to laugh at. Oh yeah. I am vaping on Stash's PB and Jam. Very good stuff here. I have a review coming up shortly. Let's dive down and look at it.
Alright guys, when you get your Derringer clone, it will come in a little tiny box. You got your Tobecco, not sure on how that's pronounced. Same image all around, nothing on top. You got your little stamps on the bottom. Alright. Now, we got our little bag of goodies here. Extra O-rings, got 3 extra screws, and of course, our little blue screwdriver. And the main star of the show, our Derringer clone. Okay. We have Praxis Vapors, a lightning bolt, Derringer Atomizer. Now when I received mine, they did have a little chip there in between the R and the I, and that kind of ticked me off. Doesn't perfect performance, but every time you look down on it, I'm seeing that, and brand new out of the box. But yeah, it's a clone. Get what you pay for. I believe this is a 1-to-1 from what I've seen in the pictures. Everything looks about the same, except for the center post on this one is silver plated, not copper, which I do prefer. I don't want copper on my juice. I have not been able to adjust this. I've cranked it down and it's not budging. I think it's just for looks, but it sticks out far enough where it'll make connection with your hybrid mods, and it doesn't move. I haven't had any problems with this post spinning in here. It's solid. Nice wide airflow channels. Let's open this guy up. You get your airflow control ring here. You can dual coil or single coil. This guy's a little tight. I'm gonna stick my nail underneath that lip there. There we go. Whew. Okay. Yeah, you got 2 O-rings on there. One of them, yeah, the first O-ring right there holds your airflow control ring. Second one holds on your top cap. What do I got? That's 0.4 28 gauge wrapped. Oh no, that's 26 gauge wrapped 5 times around the Curl Concept number 30 coiler. It's pretty good. When you're building on this guy, you want to make sure you have your coils as close to the outside wall as you can without touching it. You don't want to cause a short, but if you have it too close to the center, you're going to get spit back in your mouth. I learned just trial and error, watching some other reviews. This is the best way to build it. Try to have your coils as far back to that wall as possible, and you're not going to have any spit back. Yeah, this is a great little atomizer. It's got deep juice well for how tiny this is. Phillips head screws. The negative posts on this are slotted, so it's easier to get your center post builds in there. Angle that wire over. The center post is just your regular circle hole, round. Yeah, it's not a bad RDA. It doesn't come with the drip tip like the original Derringer. You got to purchase that separately. I did pick up some clones as well. I got this off of Fast Tech. I do have a video on these. They come in all sorts of colors. I'll have a link in the description. You can pick these up there. It's just like $5 for a 7-pack, all different colors, or a single for like $1.50. But yeah, oh yeah, you got to be careful with this guy. It does take any drip tip will fit in here, but because it's such a short chamber, like that one doesn't stick out the bottom. If some of them I have, the metal sticks out the bottom of that hole, and it comes pretty damn close to touching the top here, or these coils. and you don't want that to happen. So make sure the drip tip that you put in there isn't sticking out. But yeah, I would recommend these drip tips. They're pretty awesome. Alright guys, let's go back up top and let you know what I think about it.
Okay. So I've had this RDA for about a month now, so I've had plenty of time to vape on it and figure out what I like about it, what I don't like about it. The cons, I mean, let's go over the pros first. The pros of this thing: flavor, definitely. It's small, it's compact. The vapor is a centimeter from where it vaporizes, where it goes in your mouth. Not a centimeter, with, I don't know, 5-6 centimeters. It's tiny, so there's that. Flavor's awesome. You can build single or dual coils on it. I like it. I think it looks sleek on most things. You can use it without the drip tip and just with the mouthpiece, but it does get hot. That's on the cons list. I guess we can move over to the cons. This guy does get hot. I would recommend building at least a 0.5 or higher on it. Right now I have a 0.4 and that seems to be doing fine, but I'm rocking it at lower wattages. If I were to rock this over at like a 4.1 or 4.2 volts, I'm at 4.1 right now. It's 4.2 volts, about 44 watts. And that's fine. But if I were to be chain vaping on it, this whole top cap would get really hot, like any other RDA. But the heat would transfer. Like this whole box mod gets really hot if I'm sub-ohming with the Derringer. So yeah, recommend 0.5 ohm or higher on there, and you'll be fine. And if you take off the top cap, another con, the outside airflow thing collects condensation. It's a problem with the clone, it's the problem with the authentic, and it just happens. So when you take off the top cap, the condensation builds up on there, and then you go to put the top cap back on, and it just like squishes it out, and you get a nice ring of juice around the bottom of your Addy. You don't really need to do that though, since this thing is so, I mean, the hole on it's pretty wide, and you can see your coils and cotton in there through the drip tip. Even easier if you pull off your drip tip, you're not going to have your problem with getting all that condensation everywhere. And yeah, just drip through there, you'll be fine. I never take it off. I did at first because that's what I'm used to, but it was such a hassle, made a mess. But you don't take it off, drip to the top, clean, 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 clean. Haven't had a problem with this thing leaking unless you over drip. I bike a lot. This goes in my backpack with the Derringer, and I don't have any problems with this. I put a different Addy in there. Yeah, I get juice leaking on the sides, but this guy, I trust it for traveling. I haven't had a problem with it. Same for in my pocket. Yeah, I am really impressed with the Derringer. I would definitely recommend picking up the clone. I'm impressed with it enough. I'm going to look at picking up the authentic when they fix their problems. They're having some issues with the center post. Yeah, go ahead and check it out. Like I said, there's links in the description for the RDA, and then I got links in the description where you can check out these drip tips, which are pretty awesome as well. Alright, thanks for watching my hot vaping, guys. Vape on. Peace.